Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Shayak Ghosh. I am an MSc in chemistry from the University of Calcutta. So let's start. So today basically we are going to know what is a chemical equation. So basically the method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbol and formula of the substance involved in it is known as a chemical equation. So basically what we do, we just write down the symbol and the formula of the particular reacting substances and we write it as a chemical equation. So to understand this we have to see an example. So a very common and basic example is when zinc metal reacts with a dilute sulfuric acid, it forms zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So let's see this. So this is basically the reaction. See what is happening. Zinc is treated with sulfuric acid and we are getting zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So basically this equation is a word equation. So now we can change this word equation into a chemical equation. So what we have to do, we have to replace these names with their symbol and formula. So to do this, we have to replace zinc with Zn. We have to replace sulfuric acid with H2SO4. We have to replace that zinc sulfate with ZnSO4 and hydrogen as H2. So by doing this, we can get now a particular equation which we can call a chemical equation, not a word equation. So in this chemical equation, the things which are at the left hand side, they are called as reactants, and those things which are at the right hand side, they are called products. Now what is a balanced chemical equation? See, whatever you do, you have to keep in mind about the law of conservation of mass. So a balanced chemical equation has an equal number of atoms of different elements in the reactants and products. So in other words, a balanced equation has an equal number of atoms in different elements on both the sides, that is on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So this point will become more clear from the following example, the same example which we have studied in the last slide. So just see that zinc plus sulfuric acid gives us zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So here the number of zinc atom is same in both the sides. The number of hydrogen is same in both the sides. The number of sulfur is same in both the sides. Again the number of oxygen is same in both the sides. So the number of reactants that is in the left hand side is equal to the number of product that is in the right hand side. So this type of equation or chemical equation can be called as a balanced chemical equation. Okay, it satisfies the law of conservation of mass, okay, which is very important or necessary while doing this chemical equations. So every time we cannot observe these kind of thing. It is basically a pure coincidence that it is already balanced. Okay, so if it is not balanced, we will call it an unbalanced chemical equation. So basically what is an unbalanced chemical equation? An unbalanced chemical equation has an equal number of atoms of one or more elements in the reactants and products. So if you see the example, it is basically a reaction between hydrogen and oxygen and it is forming H2O, that is water. So we can clearly see that the number of hydrogen is same in the product side, that is 2, and in the reactant side, that is 2 also. But in case of oxygen, in case of reactant side it is 2, but in case of product side it is just 1. So here is the problem. That means the total number of reactants and the total number of products basically the atoms in total number of reactants and the number of atoms basically in reactant side and in the product side are not equal. So when this kind of things happen, we generally call it an unbalanced chemical equation. Alright, so basically why it is called, because it violates the law of conservation of mass. That is, matter can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So we have to keep that in mind, that we have to consider that law of conservation of mass during we write a chemical reaction. Okay, we cannot violate this. So to keep that intact, we have to do something. Okay, so now what we have to do? So basically we have to balance the chemical reaction. Okay, so basically we have to balance the chemical reaction. So if we try to balance the chemical reaction, so what can we do? So let's see. Suppose we are having hydrogen over here, H2, and oxygen O. It can be written as H2O. Now in this case, the number of hydrogen and the number of oxygen in both the sides are equal. Okay, but this we cannot do, because we all know that oxygen is a gas, and oxygen always remains like O2. So we cannot write oxygen as O, okay, in gas form. So now basically what we have to do, we have to write obviously O2, not O. Okay, so this is not acceptable. Okay, so now what we do to balance a chemical reaction, we have to apply a method which is called the heat and trial method. So the same example I'm going to take, and I'm going to balance this by heat and trial method. See, H2 plus O2 will give us H2O. Now we all know that the number of hydrogen atom is same in both the sides, but the number of oxygen atom is not same. So there is the problem lies. So what we have to do? So we have to multiply this. Okay, we have to multiply the H2O. Okay, whatever side is needed, we have to multiply this. We have to multiply this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a number, particular number. So if we can see that if we multiply this H2O with 2, so what can we observe? We can observe that the number of hydrogen atom becomes unequal, but the oxygen becomes equal. So now what we have to do? We have to add 2 in this side as well. So now if we can see that basically now it becomes a balanced chemical equation. Okay, so if you try to see that number of hydrogen atom in the reactant side, it is basically 4. Okay, it is basically 4. Now the number of hydrogen in the product side is also 4. The number of oxygen 2 in reactant side, the number of oxygen is 2 in the product side as well. So now we can say that this particular chemical equation is a balanced chemical equation. Now this is what we have done in this slide. Okay, so now this becomes a balanced chemical equation. Okay, because it contains an equal number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen in both the sides. After doing some more practice, we will find there is no need to write so many steps, okay, to balance an equation. We will then be able to balance the equation in just one step. So that's it for today. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. So if you like the content, please like, follow, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.